Except for last Friday, I was not here. My partner had to take it on solo, so thank you very much for that.
Oh, good.
Interesting energy, Friday the 13th.
Yes, it was.
And yeah, we're back to our regular scheduled
Program.
program, and here we are. Uh,
And it's spring equinox today. I'm so
and new
excited.
moon
New
energy,
moon. I don't know
and
about anybody else, but I could not sleep. So I slept really well last night because new moon, yep, just was not happening for me. And my neighbor too. It was weird. We were talking yesterday. She couldn't sleep the night before either. And then both of us today. What happened, Anita?
yeah, so I said, oh, I woke up and I looked over at the clock and it said 444, and you said,
Me too. Okay, so here's what I think we should do because, we got to change things up a little bit. I'm grabbing our book and I'm going to look what 444 is.
yeah, because that's wild.
Very special. 4:44 a.m. or p.m. is the time of the angelic realm. It is when the angels are closer to you than at any other moment.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. So they were talking to us.
They were talking to us. And then it has a
Mhm.
story about Marilyn and Adironda. Let's see what else it says. 444 is about acknowledging that the angels are attempting to get your attention. The
Knock,
angelic
knock.
realm would like to speak with you. The angelic realm may have specific messages for you, and you get the opportunity to trust that message. The angelic realm wishing for you to be aware that they fully support you. Receiving the assignment, uh-oh, that you are embarking on a spiritual path.
Uh-oh.
The need for a strong foundation when you move forward on your spiritual path. Oh boy. Well, we know one of our assignments is her Inspired Journey Women's Wellness Weekend,
hmm
so maybe that's what this is all about. I don't know. However, I did shuffle cards. You probably did already.
No, I did not.
You did
I
not. All
was
right. Well, we
no, because
always get our
I
theme.
was doing the thing.
You were doing the thing on the thing for the thing.
Yep.
Well, good
Mhm.
morning to all those joining us. We get our inspiration typically from, not typically, literally every time, and this is episode 262. Oh, look at the twos and the sixes in there on the 2026 year. We might have to look at today's numbers. Anyway, I get back to the regularly.
Regular schedule program.
Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck by Tara Catherine Collins, and I got the number 22.
Oh, that's half of 44.
Comfort and safety. And this is
Oh,
interesting to me because we were just sharing, who was I talking with the other day? It'll come back to me. Anyway, about feng shui and that one of the three pillars that we work with are comfort, safety, and aesthetics.
mhm.
But comfort and safety are the the two primary. And every human likes to feel comfort and safety. Safety and security, right? That is that's just wired into our DNA as far as I'm concerned.
It is 100%.
What do you want to say about comfort and safety, my friend?
Well, I mean, you started, it is wired into our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think of the opposite of when you are not feeling comfortable or safe,
Mm-hmm.
then what happens, right? Your body automatically takes over and you think you're being chased by the saber-toothed tiger,
Right.
which you no longer are. We don't have to worry about that. But your body doesn't know that because it is ingrained in your DNA, in your autonomic structure,
Mm-hmm.
and you respond to it in a way that is stressful, that is not good for your overall health and well-being. And really and truly, the whole purpose or the whole reason to practice feng shui or any other holistic modality, as far as I'm concerned, is to help bring your body back into homeostasis.
Mm.
We are constantly seeking balance and harmony in mind, body, and spirit. So when we practice feng shui, when we take control of our environment, then we help the body to go back into balance and harmony. You just think of it as we're just gradually, for the most part, we're all out here scattered,
Mm.
scattered bits of energy
Yeah.
floating around in the cosmos and just like, everywhere. So homeostasis is just kind of bringing it all back in. Ooh, into this nice little package.
Hmm.
And yeah, so that's what I have to say.
Right. I love it. I love it. And it doesn't matter where we're at innately. We can find ourselves in positions that feel more comfortable or less comfortable, right? You know what it's like to have someone stand behind you and look over your shoulder. That's not a comfortable feeling. One of the things we talk about when we teach with and work with our clients and our students is ensuring that you're in a command position, whether it's at a meeting, in a restaurant, in your own home office, right? Having that support behind you, solid wall. When you work in an office, it's not always possible because you're in those cubicles and your back is usually open to everybody else. So, for business owners that have that situation for their employees, consider how can you support them feel safe? It's just a thought. Looking at the arrangement of furniture. Tara talks about the arrangement of furniture on the cart itself. Trying to eliminate sharp corners, that Sha Chi, that Sha energy we talk about. When Anita and I host her Inspired Journey, the Women's Wellness Weekend coming up in September, we have everyone seated in tables that are round. We try to soften the sharp corners of the stage. We
Hmm.
try to elicit comfort and safety in the entire space for everyone so that the attendees can relax, feel comfortable, feel safe, and feel welcomed. And we hear that time and time again as soon as people walk in the room. Oh, it just feels so good in here. So consider places in your home. If there's a space that you sit in that you don't feel comfortable in, or you don't sit in it because it doesn't feel comfortable, that's your home talking to you. Maybe a slight adjustment of the furniture can make a difference. And that's where people talk about feng shui being the placement of furniture. That's where that comes in. So, 20 is plenty tip.
Hmm.
Consider that. Go sit in all the areas in your home. Where do you innately just relax and feel comfortable? And where is it a little bit more uneasy? That's going to tell you how your guests feel or other members of your family when
Hmm.
they're seated in that position.
Hmm.
Doesn't take long. Try a few seats out. I'd love to hear your feedback on that too.
Well, and another thought is um, sorry, I've got a disruption happening. Um, Comfort. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually, just recently got a different office chair because the other one that I had was not as comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I would find myself fidgeting or, not feeling relaxed and safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that. So I went, oh, maybe I need a different chair.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? That adding that little bit of extra comfort just feels like, oh, that feels good, right?
Mm-hmm.
That feels better. And
Right?
so sometimes, we're complacent in our own homes and we just take it, oh yeah, it's always been that way, or yeah, but you make do until you change it, and then you go, oh, that's quite different.
I have
Right?
to tell you, you're the fading in and out person because you're
Oh,
seated so far back. So every time you move, half of you disappears
okay.
with the
Okay.
background.
Oh, I'm
It's
doing the
actually,
disappearing
it's quite
act then.
entertaining, like you running to do a disappearing
Mhm.
act.
Magical. Ah,
Anyway, sorry to
magical.
interrupt you. But okay,
It's all
cool.
good.
So what
Anyways,
card
yeah,
did you get?
comfort and safety definitely is a pillar that we
Yeah.
all need to look at, and you're worth it, right?
Hmm.
Again, sometimes we put ourselves, especially women,
Hmm.
we put ourselves down here and we go, you just make do or you settle. And so the comfort and safety card today really is coming up in an awareness for all of us to say,
Hmm.
what are you settling for? You're worth it. You deserve it. Help bring your body back into that homeostasis. So it was interesting when you first started talking, I was shuffling and three cards landed on my lap,
Oh wow.
right? And then there was one face up. So the three cards that landed on my lap,
Hmm.
you want to know what they are?
Well, of course.
Well, 22, comfort and safety.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So yeah, we definitely right, comfort and safety
There's a
is
44.
really something we're all needing to look at today,
Yep.
maybe. And then the 22, it adds up to a 4-4. And then the other two cards that came up were symbols of welcome and
Hmm.
stove.
What are the
Uh,
numbers?
16 for symbols of welcome and 24 for stove. Yeah, anyways, I thought that was funny.
That is.
That is funny. So that is definitely the furniture placement, having a look through your feng shui eyes and seeing where you can mitigate any of those sharp corners,
Hmm.
where you can adjust the furniture so that it becomes more comfortable. Maybe it's adding a cushion to a chair. Maybe it's getting rid of that chair altogether. Maybe it's buying a new mattress topper.
Hmm.
Me, right? There's all kinds of ways that we can add comfort to our home.
Well, and it can be as simple as the weather is warming. So I found last night I needed the ceiling fan on and it stayed on all night. Okay, so
Mm,
maybe we need to change the sheets from our winter sheets to the summer sheets.
mm,
Right? It's those little tweaks. And with spring equinox, it's a perfect time for spring cleaning as well, right? So as you're doing those things, pay attention. Is
mhm,
this the most comfortable thing that I can have for me, for us?
mhm, mhm. I have a comment I just have to read. Good morning, Louise. She said this past month she has rearranged her office so that she's sitting in the command position. Yay.
Yay!
And she has been motivated to completely organize all her files and do her income tax. What a
Congratulations.
difference. Yes, what a
Congratulations.
difference. Yeah, and what a difference having that comfort and safety in the command position.
Hmm.
It really does. It does. It just makes a huge difference. And
Well, and
so
it goes,
yeah,
sorry.
the command position can be in your living room,
Yeah.
in your dining room. Look and see, where do the people in your home habitually sit at the dining room table? Who takes the command position? The person that takes the command position in the dining room and or living room is usually, not always, the person that is also in command or control of the home. Something to
Mm-hmm.
ponder.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have that command control position in the bedroom, and well, we could go on and on. But yeah, how cool is that?
That is, and good for you, Louise. Like, kudos, really and truly kudos. It does feel better, right? Yeah, I'm very proud of you. We are very proud of you.
Yeah, of course. And then, you probably, and so, having organized all your files, getting your income tax done, now what you've done is you've also sent a signal to the benevolent universe that says, hello, I'm ready, I'm open, right? What else do you want to bring to me? Because now I'm organized, I got room. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Beautiful.
So look for some of those opportunities, synchronicities,
Hmm.
beautiful divine timing. Look for some of those things to come into your life as a result
Yeah.
of just making those simple shifts.
Hmm. I want to go back to your office chair because there was something you said about complacency that I want to touch on, and then we can go back to your cards. Sorry,
Hmm.
it's popped into my mind several times now. That was a perfect example of a possession in control of you.
Hmm.
And we talk about that often. And when it comes to furniture, and I see this more and more and more and more, people are buying these huge sectionals or huge pieces of furniture, and then their whole world is revolved around getting around it. When they're on it, it's beautiful and it's comfortable, but it's commanding the space. It's
Hmm.
dictating how things flow in a home. So yes, there's still that fine balancing act when the possessions are to serve us. I'm so proud of my partner getting herself a new chair. She's now in control. The old
Hmm.
chair isn't in control. Just there's that balancing act. I just
Hmm.
guides were
Yeah.
saying talk about that for a sec. So
Well, and I think too, the previous office chair was fine and well, but the more time that I spent in my office, it wasn't serving me, right? So it would be fine for a temporary office
mhm,
position, but not for someone that spends as much time in right here
mhm,
as I do.
exactly.
Uh,
Okay, so which one do you want to talk about of those three? Well,
Well, you know what? I just am still laughing about the whole comfort and safety thing. And again, we are on spring equinox here,
mhm,
and symbols of welcome
yes.
are there to say, let's freshen things up. And so this might just be the 20 is plenty for today. Um, Honor that spring equinox, welcome it in by even just opening your front door for a little while, letting some of that fresh air come in,
Hmm.
dusting off the outdoor mat, sweeping off the step. You know, it's too early for us here in Alberta to plant flowers, but you know what I often do, and I think I'll do this today actually. I actually keep my planters out with the soil in them,
Hmm.
and I have some artificial spring flowers. I'm gonna pot in there
Wonderful.
and just give it a little splash of color because we're, a month and a bit out
Yep.
from being able to plant anything live in
Hmm.
there. And, that will be just a way to say, hey, spring equinox, hello,
Exactly.
welcome. We're looking forward to seeing you. And again, that will help other people when they're coming into my space or driving past my home. It might just perk them up, right? Because
Hmm.
flowers and spring, birds, all that natural environment has a way of doing that. Helps us to feel safety and comfort.
I love it. I love it. Well, while you were chatting there, I totaled up both comfort and safety cards, symbol of welcome and stove. I get an 84, which equals a 12, which equals a 3. And I'm chuckling to myself because, again, with the book from Adironda, Marilyn Harper Joy Roby, the 3 is about connecting with the ascended masters. Well, after our 4 and our angels, man, we're getting messages today.
Mhm.
It's also making changes, sometimes using your wild imagination. Ooh. A change maker, sharing knowledge, yet sometimes may need to be careful of delivery style. Very, very verbal in communication and being sociable, amusing, entertaining, and entertained. Well, I hope we were all of the above for you today.
Oh, I think so.
I
And
love
and
it.
that stove energy maybe is just to light a little fire underneath all of us,
Yeah.
right? Just that light that little bit of fire and get into the energy of the spring equinox
Mhm.
and that new beginnings and what can you do to and again that's our 20 is plenty, right?
Yep.
What can you do to enhance the comfort and safety in your home, adding a few symbols of welcome and just welcoming in the spring
Yay.
equinox.
Yay.
Yay.
Have a great week, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. We're going to drop the link below because my amazing partner has just done some outstanding work on our website for her inspired journey, Women's Wellness Weekend. Take a look at it. The lineup of speakers is in there as well. Oh my gosh. Yes. Can't wait to see you there. If you've got your ticket already, thank you. If you haven't, come on, join us. We ensure your comfort and safety that weekend.
Everything is done intentionally
Totally.
for that reason. Yes.
100%. See you next week.
Okay. Bye bye, everyone.